transform your life in profound ways. Change the way you think. Our thoughts shape our reality. They influence our actions, our decisions, and ultimately our destiny. When we shift our mindset, we unlock new possibilities and pave the way for growth, success, and fulfillment. Changing the way you think means adopting a mindset of possibility, resilience, and positivity. It means challenging limiting beliefs, embracing new perspectives, and cultivating an attitude of gratitude and growth. Today, I challenge you to embark on this transformative journey. Commit to reconditioning your mind and witness how it changes your life. As you work on your dream, there will come a time when things change, and the change is what you're becoming as you go after your dream. Because it makes you such a strong and powerful person, even if you don't get the dream. It will change your life so much. You can look at something else and decide, okay, I'll go do this then. Because you now have so much faith in yourself and know how to handle things in life, you can go straight to another area without missing a beat. You truly understand that you have power and control over everything on earth, including every aspect of your life, once you start to understand who you are. But you can only do that by going through hard times. And most people try to avoid the fight. A lot of people try to avoid pain in their lives. And that kind of life kills you. That something inside you that you never use is there, but you never get the chance to use it because you haven't pushed yourself. Someone said that the land of predictability is for the dead, and that most people like to feel like kings in their comfort zone. They only want to do things that they are good at. Osborne said that you will never grow if you don't try to do something that you already know how to do. If you want to grow, you need to put something out there that is hard to get to. You have to stretch, jump, and dig in a little to be able to do that. If you jump up there and miss, you might hurt your knees. The next time you try, you might break your lip, but you keep going. You learn how to jump higher that way. You begin to push yourself to go deeper. After that, you find out some things about yourself that you didn't know before, like skills you didn't know you had. I used to only talk to kids, but now I also talk to businesses. I'm on the road now. I didn't think I could do this until I gave myself a chance. I want to tell you the same thing. Give yourself a chance. Here's something else. I believe it is very important for you to start believing in yourself if you want things to start going your way. Pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to that quiet voice inside you. Don't try to make sense of everything. While some things in life make sense, others are so unpredictable that you can't say what will happen. There's a whole new meaning to life once you start to trust yourself, your thoughts, and your gut. Because I want you to do that now that you feel led. I just feel moved. I remember the worst speech I'd ever given. Someone used a fear I had for years against me. I felt really bad about myself because I didn't go to college. This person knew this, so she offered to write the message for you. You'll be giving a speech at Ohio State. There are a lot of smart people there, and they will notice when you use bad grammar and understand from the way you talk that you are not reading or writing. I care about you. You shouldn't make yourself look bad. After that, this guy wrote a speech for me. I thought of giving a speech, but this person was stronger than me when I was feeling bad about my own thoughts. I gave up my power. That person was able to lead me to do something I didn't want to do with my approval. Still, I wasn't sure enough about my speaking skills and the message I had to bring that I was willing to stick to my guns. I got up there at the Ohio Union and read this speech straight through. I didn't move or look away from the page because I'm not used to reading. People gave me a standing applause when I was done because they thought I read it so well. I was very tense and nervous. Don't give up your power, ladies and gents. You don't need anyone else to agree with your dream. You were given it. They weren't given it so they can't see it. You were given it. Wait, give it food. Take care of it. Do something about it. You can have it. It's your child. Do something about it until it works out. I gave up my power and promised myself I wouldn't do that again. For those who make it today, here's something else. Do the right thing. Say what you'd like to be said and do it. Please don't try to skip steps. Do not attempt to cheat. You need to pay your dues right away. I think that, ladies and gentlemen, what goes around comes around. You can pay now or next month. It will cost twice as much. Do the right thing. Sometimes we might have a tendency because of the bad part of our mind and the things that make us want to say, I'll just do it this time. It doesn't matter. No one should know. Everyone is important, ladies and gents. You know you're important. I'd rather miss out on my dream by doing the right thing than by being a cheater who tries to get to my goal faster. And so do you. You want to be able to look at yourself in the mirror. Don't judge a man by what he does. Judge him by what he doesn't have to do. What do you do when no one is looking? That's how you can tell what kind of man he is. You see, the universe has good things waiting for you. No one can get your good. Your name is on it. They can have your stuff. It's yours. If you know that what you're looking for is also looking for you, then you don't have to worry. You're not scared to run. It's not something you think someone will take from you. That voice inside you tells you to always do the right thing. It will be normal for people to want to take the easy way out. You need to stop that. Here's something else I think you should do. Today is the day to make it. Do what you agreed to do. Follow through on the deals you make. Make a group of people who will do the same thing. Make sure you have a group of people you can count on to be there for you when you need them and do the same for them. One more thing. As you work on your dream, many people have called me to say, "Hey man, I read about you in Ebony. You're really lucky." I have something to tell you, ladies and gents. Here's something else. 3 important things to have in your life. No matter what, you have to be patient, persistent, and hopeful as you work on your dream and your life work. It took me 2.5 years of calling John H. Johnson to get in that magazine. He wouldn't talk to me the first time I called. I kept trying to find someone who knew him and could either ask me to meet him or give me a chance to talk so he could hear me. And I met someone who worked for him. I told them, "Hey, I'd like to talk to you guys for free. I just want to know if he will be there." They said yes. Okay. I talked and I tried to break the mic. He told me, "Hey, young man, you're really impressive." Well, when I was done, "My team is going to write an article about you." I told Mr. Johnson thank you and sent him information about me and Federal Express, but it didn't happen. After 1 month, it still didn't happen. 2 months went by and it still didn't happen. I stopped calling every month. "How are you? Could I talk to Mr. Johnson? I'm sorry, but he's not available. Tell him that Les Brown is calling. I'd like to say thanks for the story when he puts it in." I did it over and over. Always calling, always sending new stories, always sending new information about me, always making the information about me better. Writing him thank you notes. "Thank you, Mr. Johnson. I always felt good." I could have said something bad like, "Where did you lie to me?" "Why? Are you going to say that you didn't put me in the magazine even though you said you would?" I might have had a temper. Don't let anything get you down. Because, ladies and gentlemen, when you're negative, you block your good and send out bad energy. That is why I don't send out any bad energy. Do not let it bother you. It didn't bother me what he thought of me. The staff said I was a bother to them. They get paid to help people like me. It's true that many people have thoughts or dreams but then give up on them. Do not do that. Make your dream come true. We can see that most things don't happen when we think they should. The person who brings you bad luck could stop by and say hello. It's possible that Murphy's Law will hit you hard. There are many things that could stop your flow. It's all right. Do not let it bother you. Just be aware of what's going on. It's called life. Do not give up on your dream. Keep knocking and knocking. Do not give up because this is your life, what you love, and what you're passionate about. Take a step back. If you judge it, don't judge it. Judge, not yet, unless you are being judged. Why? Because judging something makes you feel something about it. That feeling could be anger. Also, guess what? That makes you feel bad. It doesn't hurt anyone else. One doctor told me that the person who makes me mad will kill me. Then he let someone get him into a fight on the floor of the national medical meeting where he had a massive heart attack. There is a lot of acid in your blood when you are angry. If they took some of your blood and put it into a pig, the acid would kill the pig. What do you want to get out of bed early for by taking things inside? Shakespeare said that things only become good or bad when you think about them. Don't judge people based on how they look. Instead, write judgment and know that everything will work out for you because you're patient, determined, and positive no matter what. There's no need to let other people, things, or situations decide how you should respond. We went to dinner with some friends and our waitress was very rude and discourteous. The people around me didn't like it either. I learned how to look at life. If you want to get through life, I think you need to learn how to watch it. Watch what's going on from a distance and decide not to get involved. I asked, "Excuse me, ma'am?" I asked, "Do you know what tip means?" "No," she said. As I said, tip means to make sure of promptness. "We've been here for a long time. I'll give you $5 up front to make sure you get a meal quickly. Could you help me?" She smiled big at me and said, "Of course I will." Also, I told them I wasn't with those people. I am going to sit at a different table. Put my food over there, please. Give it to them on their own. See, I don't want to annoy the person who works behind closed doors to make my food. No, that is why you shouldn't let other people decide how you will react to them or the situation. Take a look at it. My friend Tom Perkins is a good-looking, smart man in his mid-50s. He had a great business. And when it was doing really well, someone was killed in it. He was sued and lost $750,000. He lost everything, his business, his family, his home, and everything else. It broke his heart, ladies and gentlemen. He lived in his car for a while. He would clean up at a McDonald's on Georgia Avenue in Washington, D.C., across from Howard University. He told Les, "I was so sad." He told her, "I had everything." Then I lost everything one day. He said, "I no longer want to live, though." He went to the store and bought over 35 sleeping pills. He then laid down and crossed his hands over his chest. He said he went to sleep to die. He was shocked when he woke up 2 days later. He got that wrong too. In that case, I asked Tom what happened. He said that a really cool thing happened. Talked. He said he lay there for a moment and heard a voice inside his head say, "It wasn't your life to take." That was one thing. Since then, he said, whenever I face a big problem, it doesn't bother me. I feel like someone is with me. He told her, "I will never leave you or forget about you." He said, "Hey, I told God, take care of this for me. I can't handle this much." He told them, "I don't worry about the hard things in life. Please repeat after me. It's all small stuff, so don't worry about it. I'm telling you, if someone called you right now and said, 'Listen, you only have 2 days left to live,' you wouldn't worry about your bills, ladies and gents. You won't have to worry about whether someone loves you or is cheating on you because you're about to leave. Okay? So put things in their proper place." I think this is another important thing Tommy said. He also said that the voice told him, "If you change, I'll give you much more than you lost." Take a look at your life now. To keep getting what you want, you have to keep doing what you're doing. You have to be ready to change. Your life is going well. You are the maker and the star. So if you don't like what you made, you are the star. No matter what it is, you wrote this story or produced it. You made the hit if it is one. If it doesn't work, you made it. Take responsibility for it and decide to start over with the story that you are the star of. Today, you have the power to do that. I'm going to change. You can say that. When you look back on your life, you can say, "I don't like what I made here, and I want something better. I want to start having more love in my life. I'd like to have more exciting experiences. I want something that makes my life worth living. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been chosen. Thousands of kids in Chicago will be trained by a program called Project Life." And I went through it. On Monday, we had our second meeting, and to see these young people when they came in and see them leave with their parents as neighborhood volunteers. There was a young man from the Cabrini Green housing buildings who didn't want to be there but said, "I'm so glad to be here." He said, "I'll never be the same again." "Thank you, Mr. Brown," he said. He said, "Thank you, sir. I have to go down. I'll never be the same again." I got a letter from a young man who was in the Cook County Jail on Monday morning. Check it out. And this kid won't be free for at least 50 years. At least 50 years. They gave him 100 years. We know that this person has shot and killed at least 60 people. In the letter he sent, he said, "Since listening to your tapes, I have not changed, but I feel like a different person." More than 70% of these young men are there to kill. We planned a two-prone attack where we would train both people who are free and people who are in jail. Because I think they will act like animals when they get out of their cages and then go back in like animals if they are treated like animals and then let out every 22 months. So we said, let's go for it. This is my life. I know this is crazy, but I felt so good. I think that this could be the decade of awareness if we can accept that it is possible. That's what I think. If you will, This is the decade of awareness, a time when people can start to think about the idea and the potential that we can make society more kind, that we might be able to make partnerships more loving, open, and understanding. The chance that we can make our mixed society one that respects difference and diversity. The idea that we might be able to change the way we think to help people reach their full potential and follow their dreams. In this decade of awareness, we can start to see and imagine that happening, and we can all play a part. That we were born at this time, that we showed up, that we made it through 1 out of 9 million firms, and that we have been chosen to do this great work. There's something else to notice. No matter what level you are in life. I was reading The Power of Positive Living, Dr. Norman Vincent Peale's newest book. It's my favorite of all of his books. He also has something in there called Comeback Power. No matter where you are in life, ladies and gentlemen, you can make things better. I don't care how bad things are for you, what you've done or what you've been through. I don't care how ruined your life looks. That power inside you can make you stronger and better than everything else out there. One man who came to the class. He wasn't a child. Of course, I knew he was drinking too much. He looked at me and I could smell alcohol on him. I said, "Excuse me. Please come here. What is it?" he asked. "I told you something. I want you to know that you're stronger than the poison you're taking in. Do you get it?" He was looking and moving backwards. Talked. No, he said. "Man, I don't know," he said. I said, "Yes, it is. That's why you're here. I told you. There was something that brought you here. You said you need help. And to be with people who can help you connect with your power because you know your life deserves it." Really, I believe that when we abuse drugs and booze, it's because we're trying to dull the pain of something inside us that wants us to do something bigger and better. It's not because it tastes so good that it makes us feel good and numbs us so that we don't have to face reality because we don't know what we're doing right. You see, once you know who you are, you won't want to drink or use drugs that will change who you are. When you know who you are, you won't have to believe anything else. There's no way I can do better. You can take charge of your life once you find this power, the perfect core of who you are. This power is in all of us. It runs through our bodies. Remember that the most powerful tool you have at your disposal is your mind. The thoughts you choose to entertain, the beliefs you hold, and the mindset you cultivate all determine the quality of your life. By changing the way you think, you can change your world. Reflect on the thoughts and beliefs that have been holding you back. Challenge them, question them, and replace them with empowering, positive affirmations. Surround yourself with positivity. Seek out inspiration and commit to a mindset of growth and possibility. As you leave here today, carry with you the determination to change the way you think. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. View failures as stepping stones to success and see setbacks as setups for comebacks. Your mind is a powerful tool. Use it to create the life you desire. Thank you for being part of this journey of transformation and empowerment. Let's continue to support and uplift each other as we recondition our minds and embrace a mindset of greatness. The time is now. Change the way you think, believe in your potential, and watch as your life transforms in remarkable ways. You have the power to achieve incredible things. Believe in yourself, change your mindset, and let your thoughts propel you to new heights. You can do it and you will do it. The journey of changing your thoughts begins now.